Here I am. I'm sorry about the delays and upon delays and upon delays. Um, so, hello guys. When is he going live? What was going on here on the chat while when I was not here? Okay. So, um, I hope I hope you like my lovely background, artistic. um, Where can I start? I will start with where I left off the last time, I think, which was being quite pissed off and upset about certain people and their actions. Having said that, we achieved a good thing, or let's say, I think I will give most of the credit to my son, um, because he took the action, he asked for help, and in the end, all I did was anything that I could do to help. The good news is that both of the parents of that girl have come to their senses. Of course, their journey is probably gonna be very long, but ultimately they both agreed to seek help, to seek therapy, and do the right thing. So I am extremely proud of my son, extremely proud of both of those people. Especially proud of that girl who stood up for herself in the first place and really managed to get all that courage she needed. And from what I heard, and I've been updated in the meantime, her mom is doing really a lot to change and to be a good mother. So happens super rare, but it's so good to hear that. So that's one of the really good news. Then the other good news is obviously quickly have a look around my comfort. I'm really I worked so hard on cleaning up a lot of the boat from the inside. As I said before, I think it's gonna be a lot of work because there were some leaks which I patched up urgently, or at least covered with tarp. I cleaned up a lot of boat which was moldy. There was some fungus and stuff, so all of that is now cleaned up and dried. So it's really cool to live. I've already visited, I think for now it was 3 harbors. On my other channel, as if you could notice, or if you wanted to see, or you want to see, there's the video. I already had my lovely children with me on board. We went together for 4 days. It was really amazing. Really cold, of course, still not the right weather for boating around, but the fact that we were basically, apart from the big ships, the cargo ships, we were really all alone. So no other boats, no other people, which kind of seems boring, but it's really not, because it makes it so much safer and you really have the whole canal and the whole river just for yourself. The views were amazing. The city where we went to was really lovely. Kids really loved it. We had a full day of rain, so we kind of spent it all just inside the boat, and it was really great because we were playing games. It's also so cool to see that kids were really like, for the fact that the place is really small for them, they were extremely good. Everything was really well. So I mean, I enjoyed it so much after all this time, all this effort, doing it specifically just for this moment. It really all paid off. And pardon, something really caught in my eye. So yeah, it really paid off, and I was just like the happiest ever to see my kids so happy, and it was great. Like the vacation with the kids, that was the best thing that happened to me, definitely in the recent months. So that was great. Um, yeah, like then of course, yeah, I met quite a few new people, like because of the boat. So like it's really looking well in terms of like I've got contacts to like be able to eventually fix a lot on the boat or actually even upgrade the stuff. So which comes to metal welding and all of these kind of things. I already spoke to more than a few people. The catch that this boat is so rare, turns a lot of heads. It's different. That's what turns a lot of heads. So everybody likes it. And as I went into another harbor to visit some people, I was discussing, showing pictures of my boat to a British couple who sailed around the world over 35 years ago. They had some great stories to share. I mean, I just love this now. Um, and yeah, as I was showing these pictures, a guy jumps off his chair, realizes that this is one of the boats, or he thought this was precisely a boat he was working on. After a little bit of back and forth and me proving to him that it's not the boat but it's actually the sister boat, he basically offered whatever I need, that as long as I clean up the metals and prepare, and he's gonna do all the welding and stuff. I mean, it's just amazing how these small little things lead from one to another and everything, and it just really turned out so well. Like, it's just going great. Like, other than, let's say, for the time being, I know that financially it's still really like tough and rough, but not too bad. Nothing like to compare before. So somehow I'm gonna pull through, I know. So yeah, now let's get to the maybe the part that wasn't so good, which was my court in itself as an experience. It was terrible. It was like in a movie. So the prosecution was totally on their ball. The judge at the beginning was like really strict and very, very by the book. So I don't know. I felt like in a movie, in a negative way, and then also in a really positive way, because I think for the first time in my life, I have seen basically a complete stranger that doesn't profit from this at all. Like the amount of money this lawyer gets from the government to support me, to defend me, and how he stood up for me and in front of the court and and fought with the prosecutor back and forth and stuff. I mean, this was just a preliminary hearing and it was almost 2 hours. I just never had experienced something so great. It terrified me. It really re-triggered quite a lot of my trauma from my whole life as I left the courtroom. But in the end, what the lawyer achieved was pretty much exactly what we wanted, so that my case is being re-evaluated by the expert group, that they also see with regards to my mental health and all this kind of stuff, and try to basically just explain what happened and how this all led to the whole incident. And then in the end, the court also allowed to. I think there's going to be a separate hearing, so I will probably not be able to face and confront the witness or the so-called victim in this case, about their own actions and about their own statements in the report. But my lawyer will do that, will be able to do that for sure. And it's going to be kind of like a cross-examination where the biggest challenge, of course, is whether I threatened this person or not, or were they the ones who provoked the whole situation and how they did it. So in the end, the result was far better than it looked at the beginning of the hearing. It was kind of like very strict, scary. The prosecutor said that the case is really simple for him, that he doesn't need to know anything else, doesn't see any other circumstances, and so it was kind of like really very, very cold-blooded scene. Uh, took 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 a lot out of me, and it shook me up to the core. To be honest, with like flashbacks, and there was, I don't know, I would probably be able to say that it was like a huge anxiety attack or something. It's kind of like mixed with all the memories and stuff. But on the other hand, at the same time, because everything was so mixed and incredible, I was also so happy and grateful for this lawyer that I have. Because like I said, I've never seen anyone who doesn't know anything about me other than what I've told him so far. um, Seen them fight so hard for me, just for me. What else, like, just generally a lawyer fighting so hard for someone else. It's amazing, it's incredible. I really admire the guy. I mean, it's kind of like, wow. So it was tough. I cried literally for the whole day because of all the baggage that sometimes still pops with me. But in the end, the next day I woke up and I really started to realize how grateful I am for everything. And it's just like really nice to finally feel a very different life. Like I wake up every morning, almost every morning, really early. If there's a bit of good weather, I'll see a sunrise or at least something of it. Even though it's cold, it's super beautiful. Like then I get a little bit of work done on the boat, some minor fixes, some maybe a little bit bigger. There's some electronics still to fix, but I'm like making slow steps and progress. The like most of the checkups I've done on the engine and stuff. It's like just really good, works really well. I cleaned up the water intake filter and stuff like that, and since then she's been purring like a cat. So it's like really good. And kind of like I almost had, like, in this couple of weeks I almost had no time to like think about any other stuff. I mean, okay, of course there was still involvement around my own first ex-wife and the kid and stuff, and this situation with the girl at school, because I was quite upset about certain things which are clear on the previous video. But in the end, I realized, the best I can do is just keep that support and the best relationship with my son, and completely disregard any like toxic people like my first ex-wife has proven to be so far, and their own, whatever projections they may have. So it was really good, all in all, to see that, like, on all the fronts, like, everyone around me is improving, my life is improving, relationships with the people that I have are improving for me, which also includes my other ex-partner. And once I brought the kids back from the vacation, things have just started to open up in a very positive and a way more collaborative and mature way. And this is like biggest wishes came true, and it's really cool to see that you know it was worth all the risks and the effort and also the suffering and stuff, because ultimately if you keep pushing yourself, but not like pushing into any specific direction, but you keep pushing yourself through the hardships, at the end of the day it really proves worth. And if you know that what you're doing is for your own good and for the good of others and stuff, then yeah, really kind of magical stuff starts to happen, and things just kind of really go very smoothly. So, you know, at the end of the day, when it comes to the boat itself, it's practically already paid off. So I had really good support here also from, um, I will say, there was just an unimaginable support from a lot of friends and people, and also unexpected sources. So yeah, like, just loads of things to celebrate and be happy about. Like, the only thing is I'm not so ecstatic, or don't look so ecstatic now, is because I'm just really tired. It's been like quite a bit of work. I've had to do a bit of repairs after the 4 days trip and stuff, and I did those. Then the weather wasn't so nice as well, so it was quite cold. So I kind of had to deal with that a little bit, but generally just good. Needed to catch up on some rest and with some people. That's why I had to kind of also postpone the streams from the Saturday till tomorrow, till yesterday, and then that didn't work out because my internet connection is still not so stable all the time. But generally, just like, I'm now 2 weeks into adapting onto this new life where I'm actually on a boat that moves. I'm not allowed to be like in Amsterdam and in the same place as I was before. The boat is too big. The neighbors were also kind of concerned because of that old arrest issue before from November. They all thought that it had something to do with me, that that I am the dangerous person, which, it's a bit sad, but that's their problem. I won't be dealing with. The best part is now, like I said, I can move, I can go around. I've been already at least 3 different cities with the boat. It's really cool because you just park yourself there, you can stay for 3 days, and then you just go on and find a new spot. Um, the difference is only that electricity somewhere can cost really a lot, like €1 per kilowatt, and then there are places where it costs like only 25 cents. So these kind of things don't make any sense. So sometimes my daily costs will be like, I don't know, 40, 45 euros if I go into a marina or something like that, and then food and stuff, and then sometimes there will be like maybe 15 euros per day. So it's kind of difficult right now to predict um, how I'm gonna still manage all this and stuff. I need fuel. For now, I still need some extra equipment. But yeah, like I really can't complain. The only thing I am kind of complaining about is like I have a properly working kitchen, but I need a gas bottle. So I have this 25-liter gas canister, which I need to replenish with a full one, and then I can really properly cook for myself. So all in all, living the life of luxury on my new little on my new um, relatively big boat, and then now the next mission is to try and get a decent base and start working on the bigger repairs, and then also changing the deck from the wood to the metal. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, um, and definitely a lot of things still to learn. So yeah, what can I say? Really, first and foremost, what I'm most glad to report about today is the fact that that girl was saved. She is now safe back at her home, safe from any sort of beating and abuse. So I'm really happy that that happened. And then, yeah, when it comes to everything else, it's also turning into a very, very good positive direction. So, what can I say? Life is starting to look really much better now, and haven't, other than the court in itself, was nothing really stressful lately. So I'm learning how to get used to this, where there's barely any stress in my life. So that's kind of good. Um, yeah, and also I learned a new trick. If anyone can see, that's my kind of fresh haircut. And the best part about it is I did it all by myself, um, with only one small mirror. So basically, most of it was done just by literally feeling through the hair with fingers and the hairdresser's scissors and the trimmer. And I must say, I'm quite happy with the result. I mean, to be honest, really, I'm happier than when I go to most of the hairdressers. So there's new skill. I've learned how to cut myself, which is really cool. I mean, cut my own hair. So yeah, it's kind of everything's going smooth and nice. Having said that, today I've got to go to bed early because I'm getting up at around 6 o'clock. I've got to think about 1 hour to prepare and stuff, and double check all the weather conditions, making sure it's gonna be okay enough, like not too windy and not too cold. And then in the morning, I'm already dashing to, I don't know, a new location. Not sure exactly where yet, but I have 3 possible places to go to. Um, the furthest one would be Rotterdam, so we will see. But yeah, it's gonna be the next few days again of a bit of boating and motoring around Netherlands, and then I'll be reporting back soon, probably the end of the week or maybe already during the week. Some of the stuff I'm already uploading on the other channel, so it's like short videos, just clips from the travels and going around. Some, I hope they are nice. Over there I'm playing a little bit more with my editing skills. So yeah, making progress, and my life definitely looks a lot more chilled from now on. So I guess that's gonna be it for today. Thanks, boys, again for totally spamming the chat before I could even come online. I hope you enjoyed my updates and you're as happy as I am for the goal that we all managed to save from her abuse and all this stuff. And yeah, thanks again for everything and the support as usual. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. And I'll speak to you all soon. I promise that on Saturday this week I will be on time and I'll keep up with it. So, and it's gonna be a much longer stream. Not sure if I'm gonna have a guest this time or not yet, but we will see. David might probably also come back again because a lot of people asked me that they still have questions for him and stuff. So we will see. There's gonna be still some stuff going on, but at the moment I'm also taking it a little bit easy and trying to settle in into my life and see where things are going. So, I mean, I know where things are going, but where I'm actually going and where I'm gonna be trying settling in, settling in for a while as I'm working on the boat. That's it. Thanks for watching and have a good night.